Jason Whitlock has been throwing shots at Corey Holcomb for some time now. You know, he says his little strays. He says his little smart stuff at Corey Holcomb because Corey Holcomb is a funny comedian. And, you know, he's pro-black. He's for his people. He's not for the fluff. He's not for running over there into Hollywood, paying up under these executives. He don't do none of that. And he publicly speaks about these people. And somebody like Whitlock, he don't like that because if the white man don't like it, Whitlock don't like it. So Whitlock do some strays at Corey Holcomb when he had Tommy Sotomayor on the show. Tommy Sotomayor got to talking about Jason, and you know Tommy is just like Jason Whitlock. You know, if the white man don't like it, they don't like it. I mean, you know, and they always criticizing black people or finding something wrong with black people. They don't never talk about the positivity of black people. They're only talking about the negativity of black people. And they do it with a crowd full of whites. And this is what they do. So you get these two fools together, and they get on Jason Whitlock's show, and they start to talk about Corey Holcomb. Let's check that out, and we'll come right back.
I don't want to say I'm Floyd Mayweather, but it's like I'm going to pick the right fights and the fights that are going to put money in my pocket. I'm just not going to fight anybody. You referenced Corey Holcomb.
When his numbers went down, I stopped responding to him. I don't respond to him no more. He says my name, I don't respond to him no more.
But you referenced Corey Holcomb. I used to be friends with Corey Holcomb. And Corey Holcomb is a guy that loves to talk about me. I don't pay attention to it. I mean, he says a lot of ignorant things about me. I've never paid attention to it, never responded to it. And Corey Holcomb's got a nice little following. He does well on the Chitlin comedy circuit, and I don't say that to be dismissive, but that's what he's built a nice little, probably $500,000 a year career going around to little ghetto nightclubs and doing his comedy routine. I'm perfectly good with that.
So as you can see, he says his little smart stuff about Corey making about $500,000 a year, working in small locations, maybe bars and little town halls. You know, he threw his shots. You know, and this is the stuff that he do. He claims to be a Christian, but this is the stuff that he does. So now with that, Corey Holcomb in Corey Holcomb fashion, he decides to strike back. Let's check that out and we'll come right back.
Which one?
The one that's worse than Stephen A., the fat one.
Which one?
Whitman or what?
No, he's done. He's finished.
Is he? Okay, yeah.
Finished. Yeah. Garbage ass bastard. That motherfucker said, Corey used to be my friend. Motherfucker, where I know you from, bitch ass nigga?
Yeah.
Bobby had me drop you off at a hotel because you didn't have a ride. It was before Uber and shit. I don't know you, garbage ass nigga. I know you used to talk about black people on motherfucking ESPN, but right. they didn't like how you look because you sound like a dyke and you couldn't be a leading man how you look.
Yeah.
They put him on a couple other shows. It just wasn't working.
Yeah.
His numbers was so bad. Your throat clogged, nigga. My bad. We good?
So we all know Jason Whitlock and the Tommy Sotomayor's, but Corey Holcomb is somebody as a pro-black that we can admire because Corey Holcomb, as he says, he's going to do it on his own. He doesn't want to be in Hollywood. He doesn't want to be under that corporate structure. He don't want to be up under none of those people. Like he said, I can make money to take care of my family and to take care of myself without selling my soul, without having to give up his whole, without having to do all these different things or compromise himself. Corey expresses this. So what happens is he becomes the enemy to a lot of black people that took the other way. They don't like Corey. They don't want Corey around because these people, they walk backwards into the room, bent over. They say whatever master tells them to say in order to get a paycheck. When they see racism, they take sides with the system. Where Corey understands what's going on being from Chicago, he understands that he sides with his people. So a guy like Jason Whitlock would never like a guy like Corey Holcomb. He's always going to do that. If you watch Jason Whitlock's content, every other show is putting down a black man or saying something derogatory or negative about black people. Tommy Sotomayor is the same. When do they ever talk about the positivity of black people? When do they ever interview strong, positive black people that's doing productive things within the community? It doesn't happen. Because that's not what they're paid for. That's not what they brought into the airwaves to do. They're brought onto the airwaves to deal with the underbelly of our people. Or when you see our people doing positive, you do everything you can do to undermine them. Because black people aren't supposed to be intelligent. Black people aren't supposed to be smart. And then he has the nerve to act as if he's a Christian. He says that he's a Christian. But all of his content is gossiping, backbiting, slandering people. And that's exactly what he just did to Corey Holcomb on that platform with Tommy Sotomayor. That wasn't Christian-like. That wasn't Christ-like. But that's Corey Holcomb. That's Jason Whitlock. That's what he does. You know, he doesn't. You have so many other black podcasters from Gillian Wallow to It Is What It Is with Cameron and Mace and the Joe Buttons podcast. And you have so many podcasts with black men that are putting in work and doing stuff. Shannon Sharp and Chad Johnson, Chad Ochocinco. You got brothers on here that's now putting in the work. The Knuckleheads. And I mean, it's so many podcasts out here. So many podcasts where black men are the pivot, where black men are starting to gain success and working together and doing these things. And all he could talk about is the negativity that black man. The 5150, he brings other black comedians onto the show, something that he built himself, him and Darlene, for years. For years. But because he's jealous, because he's been kicked off, he's been kicked out the whip. The dominant society kicked him out the whip because he's not marketable. You can't market that fat beast. You can't market him. All he does, they had to get somebody else to come. They got women, groups of women to come replace Jason Whitlock now. Jason Whitlock is irrelevant, and he knows that. And that's the same thing Corey Holcomb said. He's washed up. He's a nobody. Nobody cares anything about him. But I want black people out there to be encouraged, despite men like Tommy Sotomayor and men like Jason Whitlock. Black people are really starting to push forward. There's a lot of black people doing a lot of positive stuff. There's a lot of black people that's starting to figure out that we actually can work together. We actually can make money together. We can be from the streets and don't have to do street activities. We can actually do positive things together. It's starting to shape. It's starting to shape and it's coming together. You know, we still a little rough around the edges. We still beef and bicker with each other at times. But I'm starting to see a shift. I'm starting to see a shift in the way we think and the way we behave. I'm looking online. I see the Heavily Flawed. There's so many other podcasts where so many brothers are really working together, and I'm proud of these brothers and sisters, man. I'm proud of them. So unlike Jason Whitlock and Tommy Sotomayor, I'm proud of my people doing their thing. Shout out to all the brothers and sisters working together in the hell with Jason Whitlock. Leave your comments in the comment section. Subscribe to Street Media TV. Let me know what you guys think. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time, peace.